Today I'm going to show you all about the Wieliczka salt mine, an underground city of salt near Krakow. It is surprisingly a UNESCO heritage site, and I'm telling you, it is a must-see site in Krakow. It comes with an underground lake, a massive cathedral, a dance floor, a restaurant. So I'll also go over things like, is the Wieliczka salt mine worth visiting? Can you go and see Auschwitz and the salt mine in the same day? Do I really recommend going seeing the salt mine? I answer all of this in the video, so stay tuned till the end. Don't forget to visit culturetrekking.com. It'll have an e-guide to everything that I cover here and so much more. So without further ado, here is the Wieliczka salt mine. I'm headed to Auschwitz and the salt mine today with a group. So I'm just waiting for my ride right now. And after the tour, I'm headed over to Warsaw for the next 3 days and I'm gonna try and see Gdansk. So I've got about 5 minutes before they show up. I'm gonna tidy up here and head on out. As we head out to Auschwitz, here are a few tidbits. I think if I was to do this trip over again, I would do it on my own. But it was nice to have everything arranged as I was on a very tight schedule. Here's a quick breakdown of cost to get to Auschwitz. The train from Krakow to Auschwitz is about an hour and a half. As I said, I won't cover Auschwitz in this video, so let's head to the salt mine. If you do both on your own, just know it's a 2-hour train ride from Auschwitz to the salt mine, and groups get a private entry. 382 stairs. You ready? You will get dizzy going down, so try to spin the opposite way every couple of landings. Still going. I've lost count at this point, but I don't want to get lost in the mine, so I have to keep up. There are over 500 guides and 10,000 tourists a day, so it is rushed and feels like a military operation. The first chamber of many is the upper chamber. Just be aware this is a UNESCO heritage site. There are mixed reviews online, but this video gives you a good idea if you will enjoy seeing it or not. I personally love history and off the beaten path adventures, so I really enjoyed it. Your tour takes you through the history of mining in Poland, starting with the tale of how the mine began in the 13th century with Princess Kinga.
Proposed to Hungarian Princess Kinga. Her father, King Bela, insisted on a traditional dowry, but Kinga came up with another idea. She knew that no rock salt was mined in Poland and decided to ask her father for a group of salt miners. She wished to find salt in Poland with their help. Without a second thought, the king presented to Kinga an entire salt mine in Hungary. The princess visited the mine on her way to Krakow. She came near the mine shaft and, surprisingly, threw her engagement ring into it. When she arrived to her new country, she requested the miners to look for salt. The result came soon. The miners discovered salt deposits near Krakow that gave Poland centuries-long prosperity. They say that Kinga's engagement ring was found in the first salt lump extracted.
Life in the mine wasn't easy. There was methane bombs that could be lit and collapse a tunnel if not controlled. Over 200 horses worked here, many of them spent their whole lives here, but are said to have been treated like royalty. The villagers would work day and night. They were family and treat each other as if they were brothers. Many of the descendants still live in the village of Wieliczka. With over 1 million visitors per year, it takes a toll on the walls of the mine because of the humidity from our breath. Breakdown of salt is easy, but upkeep is expensive. As we head into the Kashmir Chamber, keep this turbine in mind. It was used to bring the salt to the surface, pulled by the horses on a pulley system. The chamber was named after King Kashmir. The mine has some really famous people that have visited, including Chopin, Goethe, and Pope John Paul II, and many more. As we go deeper and deeper into the mine, notice that the dates are increasing. With each chamber, try to tell the difference between white salt and gray salt. The gray salt is what entirely surrounds you and makes up the chambers themselves. This is the pulley system that the horses would power to bring the salt to the surface. The next chamber was one of my favorites and made me feel like I was in The Lord of the Rings with the little salt gnomes working away. Be prepared to be blown away by the Kinga Chapel. This is entirely made of salt. I mean, wow. From the staircase to the biblical scenes on the wall, this chapel is used for concerts, weddings, and still holds mass every Sunday at 7 a.m. All the carvings in here took 3 young men 70 years to carve them all. And yes, each chandelier and all these marble-looking tiles are all entirely made of salt. We said goodbye to the former local national hero of Pope John Paul II. We made our way to the underground lake. The salinity will burn you if you got in, but it sure is a beautiful picture. And then we have more stairs. I think there are about 800 in total to descend throughout the tour. This is the largest chamber of them all. It has a shop where you can buy salt lamps and was once used by a bungee jumper to set a Guinness Book of World Records of the largest bungee jump underground. After this chamber, there is a long wait for the top, about 45 minutes of waiting and wandering to see the restaurant, sculptures, and cafe. Then whoosh. 40 seconds later, on a cramped elevator, you're above ground again. I really hope you enjoyed the Wieliczka salt mine tour with me. If you want to visit Auschwitz and the Wieliczka salt mine in the same day, you can do that if you're on a tight schedule, but I really wouldn't recommend it. In Auschwitz, you want to have at least an entire day. If you had to choose between the two, I probably would choose Auschwitz, which I will cover in the next video. If you have any questions or you feel like I missed something really important, please leave it in the description box below. I love connecting with you culture trekkers. Be sure to subscribe, tickle those like and subscribe buttons. Don't forget to follow me on my social media channels. Until our next adventure, make sure to appreciate those little things in life. Bye. The Wieliczka The Wieliczka Wieliczka. The Wieliczka